It was supposed to be a happy homecoming for Royal Challengers Bengaluru, a moment of excitement, joy and celebration. After all, they had won their first ever IPL trophy. The franchise wanted to celebrate this moment with their fans. The Garden City was all decked up to welcome the winning team. But as crowds swelled on the streets of Bengaluru, this is how things unfolded.
So much of crowd will come because the capacity of the stadium is only 35,000 people. Only 35,000 seats are there. But 2 to 3 lakh people have come to participate in the celebration.
ಇವತ್ತು ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಯಾರೋ ಗೆದ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ
11 young lives lost and more than 60 people injured. Their fault? They wanted to get a glimpse of their favorite player. And the reason for Stampede? Zero planning, miscommunication, carelessness and gross negligence from all sides. Local authorities, Karnataka government and even the IPL franchise, everyone. The visuals are haunting. The details and eyewitness accounts are chilling. As usual, a blame game has also begun between the BJP and the ruling Congress in Karnataka. BJP wants the Chief Minister to resign. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah says they did not expect such a large turnout. The government is now saying that it was too short a notice to have this event organized. As we speak, their Home Minister is on ground along with the Police Commissioner to inspect what went wrong. RCB says they're anguished over the loss of lives. They've also announced 10 lakh rupees as compensation for those who died and a special fund to aid the treatment of the injured. The Karnataka High Court too has taken suo motu cognizance of the issue and this matter came up in court today. It issued the notice to the state government and has asked for a further status report. The government told the High Court that the event was organized by Royal Challengers Bengaluru and the security is their responsibility. It added that they, as in the state government, will prepare an SOP, have it in place going forward when it comes to organizing such large-scale events. But what exactly happened in Bengaluru yesterday? How did all of this unfold? We look at all of those aspects in this video. But before we go forward, just a warning, the details and visuals of the Stampede are highly distressing. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello and welcome, I'm Shubham Chauhan. Let's get started. Let's start from the beginning. Royal Challengers Bengaluru beat Punjab Kings at Ahmedabad's Narendra Modi Stadium on Tuesday. RCB won their first ever IPL trophy. It took them 18 years to win one. Of course, it was an emotional moment for the players and RCB's passionate and aggressive fans. The spotlight though was on former captain Virat Kohli, who had never won an IPL trophy until then. A visibly emotional Virat Kohli said he couldn't wait to celebrate this occasion with RCB fans in Bengaluru. And new celebrations erupted immediately after the finals, from Ahmedabad to all the way in Karnataka. On Wednesday morning, RCB put out a post saying there will be an open bus parade later in the day to celebrate this victory of RCB. The route that was mentioned was from Bengaluru's Vidhan Saudha to the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, which is RCB's home ground. Now for context, these two venues are in the heart of Bengaluru city, just a kilometer apart. Vidhan Saudha is where the Karnataka Legislative Assembly is. That's where the seat of power in Bengaluru. And Chinnaswamy Stadium is an iconic venue that can accommodate 32,000 people at a time. A few hours later, Karnataka government confirmed that the team will be felicitated at the steps of the Vidhan Saudha. By about 2:30 p.m., the Bengaluru police said there will be no bus parade. And this is important. Bengaluru police denied permission, presumably due to logistical challenges on ground. The program confirmed at the time was this. The Karnataka government will felicitate RCB at Vidhan Saudha. The team will then head to the Chinnaswamy, where they will celebrate inside the stadiums with the fans who have assembled. Once the team landed at the airport, the Bengaluru airport, Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, D.K. Shivkumar, was there welcoming the team. Amid huge crowd, the team went to a hotel and then headed to the Vidhan Saudha for felicitation. A sea of red was all over the place. Eager fans climbing on trees, barricades, whatever they could see. And even the terrace of the opposite building, which was the Karnataka High Court. All of this to just get a glimpse of this felicitation ceremony. Around this time, Bengaluru police officially reiterated, it was all over the news, that there won't be any bus parade. But despite this, this is what RCB put out on social media. They said the open bus parade would happen and limited tickets are available to watch the celebrations inside Chinnaswamy Stadium. Absolute confusion. Eventually, the parade did not happen, of course, but crowds began to grow exponentially outside the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Police say more than 2 to 3 lakh people turned up and it was impossible to control it beyond a point. The players somehow made their way inside the stadium and the celebrations began. But as this was happening inside, chaos ensued outside. Around 4 p.m., some entry gates to the stadium, which are very narrow, partially broke open. Now, what is being said is that there were rumors that those without the ticket also would get entry, and this is what led to this clashes at the gate. Ticket holders to the event inside the stadium and even non-ticket holders, all of them rushed in all at once through narrow gates. Some say people were even trying to jump across the boundary wall to enter the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Barricades were broken. In fact, even a temporary slab to cover a drain outside the stadium collapsed given the huge crowd. Eyewitnesses say people were falling onto each other. Many were bleeding, fainting, and just minutes of absolute chaos outside the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. And like I said, all of this just unfolded within a few minutes.
गेट खोल दिया. इधर पुलिस अंदर का तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता. वो क्या है, पुलिस अंदर है, पुलिस पूरा अंदर है ना. वो क्राउड कंट्रोल करने का नहीं होता ना. वो ये बैरिकेड प्रॉब्लम, मेन प्रॉब्लम में बैरिकेड है. ये बैरिकेड क्या हो गया, वो बैरिकेड पुश कर दिया. वो बैरिकेड के नीचे है ना, वो आदमी का ऊपर रख दिया. वो बैरिकेड ऊपर आदमी पूरा अंदर ऊपर चल दिया ना, वो प्रॉब्लम हो गया. हमको 3 आदमी को देखा सर, में डायरेक्ट 3 आदमी को देखा मैं. इधर एक आदमी, उधर एक आदमी. वो आदमी का ऊपर 2 लेडीज. और पूरा ब्रीड है, लेडीज का पूरा ब्रीड है. इधर ब्रीड है, इधर ब्रीड है.
And if this wasn't enough, amidst all the cries and ambulance sirens, the picture inside the stadium was the complete opposite. The crowd was cheering, players, RCB players beaming with smiles, celebrating the win, netas present there to ensure they get their share of publicity in this victory as well. Even as lives were being lost and people were being injured outside the stadium. Ambulances were stuck because the crowd was so huge. Victims were somehow rushed to the nearby hospital for immediate medical attention. And gradually the real picture emerged. Youngsters who went out to watch their favorite team celebrate their first ever title win paid a hefty price. In fact, all 11 victims are under the age of 40. The youngest victim was as young as 13 years old. The youngest victim to have been killed in this stampede. Needless to say, the families of the victims were absolutely left shell-shocked and inconsolable.
ಮಗನ್ನ ಇವತ್ತು ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ. ಯಾರೋ ಗೆದ್ರು, ಯಾರೋ ಮಾತಾಡೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ದಿನ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಅವನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಚಿನ್ನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಭೂಮಿಕಂದ ಸರ್ ಹೆಸರು.
Meanwhile, Karnataka Chief Minister announced a compensation of 10 lakh rupees for the deceased and free medical treatment for those injured. Siddaramaiah also said that a magistrate inquiry is underway and this will be submitted within 15 days. The Chief Minister also said that the stampede was regrettable and there is no defense whatsoever of what had happened outside the Chinnaswamy Stadium. He added that such a large crowd was not expected. The Home Minister, who by the way is responsible for law and order and also controls the police, said those behind lapses will be punished.
We didn't make a request to the RCB or the KSCA. They organized this.
Yes, sir.
The part of it was government also felt that we also should facilitate them. That's all. After all, it is Bangalore. Bangalore team. The government also felt that let us be part of that celebration. We are going to do it. RCB and KSCA, they are the ones who brought the team to Bangalore for celebrations.
Sir, now was there also, sir, some instructions that had come in from the police, sir, against doing this? Because the previous night also you mentioned that the celebrations had gone on till almost 5 in the morning.
We will see all that we will be, all those things will be, inquired by the ministerial inquiry team. Once that report comes, then all these things will be answered.
Which brings us to the long list of questions. Where was basic communication between all the authorities and the franchise management? Whose call was it to plan all of this so hurriedly and then execute it within a few hours? Next, if the police denied permission in the first place, why did RCB post again about the fact that an open bus parade will happen from the Vidhan Saudha to the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium? Moreover, why organize such a grand event at such a short notice if you were expecting so many people to turn up? Couldn't the government have waited, planned it out in sync with all authorities on the same page? Remember, Bengaluru police has about 25,000 odd personnel. Some reports coming in now suggest the police was against the idea of an immediate celebration. They wanted some more time for deployment and barricading, but the government pushed through this plan. This is what is being reported at the moment. A couple of days at the very least would have given the police and authorities to chalk out a plan and deploy personnel accordingly so that the event goes through seamlessly. More importantly, couldn't RCB have waited? Surely the trophy was going nowhere. So why was this hurried desperation on display to have an open bus parade and whatnot as part of their celebrations? Only to flex their muscles and show how their fan base is huge? A planned event wouldn't have harmed their reputation as a franchise or even their fans. What we are given to understand now is that the team was pushing for an early celebration because their foreign players and Virat Kohli had to leave abroad. Clearly, we are seeing the ramification of that hurried desperation, like I said. And also, emotions and the team's logistical priorities, hunger for PR, all of this trumped everything. Practical crowd control measures took a clear backseat as far as Bengaluru was concerned yesterday. What's worse was the sheer ignorance on display where the team carried on with its celebrations. Their captain Rajat Patidar in fact was tweeting photos with the trophy as the chaos outside the stadium was on. Lives were lost, remember, and we'll keep underlining that. In fact, RCB's first public statement expressing regret on the incident came at around 10 p.m., roughly 5 hours after this entire disaster took place. The damage was done, lives were lost, and as one by one, each stakeholder expressed regret, gave their version of the story, and dare I say, washed their hands off of what had happened. Yes, many argue that why were the fans so eager about watching the celebration so up close? Why did they risk their own lives? Couldn't they have acted more responsibly? After all, politics, film stars, religious events and cricket, these are four things that are driven hugely by passion, and their followers don't miss the rare chance to get as close to their favorites as possible, eventually resulting in the kind of scenes we saw yesterday. And this is just not an isolated case. Look at what we have seen in the last few months, and we'll show you these images one by one as we recount these incidents. February 2025, Stampede at New Delhi railway station. 18 people dead, 15 injured. Thousands were trying to catch trains to the Mahakumbh Mela in Uttar Pradesh. Confusion prevailed over the name of trains, and then a stampede followed at the railway station. January 2025, the Mahakumbh Mela, 30 dead, 60 injured. Although many on ground say the actual toll is much bigger than what is being reported. There, millions gathered at Sangam River to take the holy dip on Mauni Amavasya. People were jostling for space and a stampede followed. December 2024, one woman dead and a boy injured at a theatre in Hyderabad where Telugu superstar Allu Arjun's film Pushpa 2 was being premiered. July 2024, at least 121 people killed in Uttar Pradesh's Hathras. This was at a prayer meeting organized by a self-styled godman. And the list just goes on. Mind you, this is not about party lines. Both Congress and the BJP-ruled states have failed miserably when it comes to controlling such large-scale events. The fact is, lives are lost, regrets are expressed, and then everyone moves on with their daily lives. The actual accountability never comes. Maybe a few officials are suspended, sacked here and there, but in so many cases, nothing really moves. And hence, the Karnataka government that has ordered a magistrate inquiry into this incident, into the stampede, does not inspire too much confidence. For the government, it was yet another case where it failed to prevent the loss of lives, answers to which they will have to give in the days and weeks to come. For RCB, the franchise, a reality check. Yes, you may be champions on the field, you may be the best team of IPL 2025, and yes, you may have the most passionate set of fans, but there's a line between love and law and order. The two cannot be conflated. Love cannot come at the cost of law and order. The latter has to be given priority when such mass gatherings are planned, and planned in sync with the police, not individually. Instructions have to be obeyed. If the police is saying there can be no bus parade, there's no reason for the franchise to put out saying that there will be a bus parade, and of course, organizing it within a few hours. And we are again and again going back to the same question. Couldn't RCB have waited? What was the hurry? 2 days, 3 days? What could have happened at the most? And for the fans, lastly, this was yet another grim reminder. No team, no player, no mass event is worth more than your own life. And when your life is lost, nothing would really make a difference to these superstars that we idolize on screen. That's all we have for this report. Thanks for watching.